Hi there, I'm Steph, and I am with Lauren Theobald with Sanus, the TV mount experts, and we're getting close to Black Friday, the biggest day of the year for a lot of shoppers. And on Black Friday, you see a lot of electronics flying off the shelves, especially TVs. Now, it's an awesome time to buy your TV mount. Now, Lauren, you know all about this. Why is it such a good time to buy your mount with your TV?
Well, you know, what we see with TV buying, especially over the holidays, and especially this year, you know, you're going to start seeing smart technology, 4K technology being way more affordable than previously ever before. And so a lot of people are going to go out and buy new TVs. I'm sure you might be thinking about it right now. So what we like to reference when we think about buying a new TV is the stand that comes with a TV and the limitations it might provide you. So a lot of the new stands that come with TVs make the TV be static on your stand or potentially wherever you're going to put it. So you can't swivel or manipulate your TV so you can see it from multiple areas of the home. And then with the way that the stands actually are, the footprint of them is super awkward. So they might not fit on like a normal shaped stand like you might have pre-existing in your home. So without, you know, bringing that TV home and running into those issues, why not buy a mount and, you know, get all the other benefits that you might get from mounting your TV and not even deal with the stand at all.
Definitely. We were talking about that earlier. I was saying I hate how it kind of leaves marks on my counter. I need to dust around it and things like that. So a lot of benefits there.
Yeah.
Now, for people who are unsure if they want to mount their TV, what are some of the benefits otherwise in that? I know you talked about some safety concerns and other things as well.
Yeah, so safety, especially if you are parents that have, you know, kids under 5 years old, that's the highest, you know, age risk for kids that might be injured from a tip over from a TV. And these TVs are super thin, very susceptible to tipping. So again, just it's a safety precaution, create a worry-free environment for your home, mount your TV on the wall and just not even have to think about it. Another thing or a reason why you might want to mount your TV is to get all the additional benefits of being able to manipulate your screen to view it from multiple areas in your room. And then the space saving idea too. So again, you know, we talked about having a piece of furniture on your floor. You don't need that anymore. You know, have that additional space in your living area, in your bedroom, where you might want to get rid of that old piece of furniture and have a sleek, modern look of a TV mounted on your wall.
For sure. And now, surprise, we have some mounts already set up today to kind of walk through, because with these kind of things, you really have to see it to understand it. You know, we can talk all day about the benefits, but it's really fun to show. So we have one we're going to show first now. Lauren, do you want to let us know what we're looking at here with this TV?
Sure, absolutely. So here we're in a really kind of beautiful home theater space, and we have this pretty recess that's been built to house a TV. And so naturally this put the TV a little bit higher from what be a normally comfortable viewing area. So we used a tilting mount in this particular application. And so the benefits that provides is you are able to tilt the screen down. So it just gives you a more comfortable viewing environment when you're sitting down on the couch.
Definitely. So with these ones now, a lot of people run into issues too with glare and stuff like that. That's a really great benefit from the tilted mounts.
Yes, absolutely. Like a lot of times, especially we're in a basement right now, so we've got lots of overhead lighting, and a lot of that can impact the screen and the quality of the image on the screen. So again, by tilting it down, you're just eliminating some of the issues that you might have with glare.
Definitely. You know, and I really like too, it's actually pretty close to the wall. I think you wonder with all that back there what it's going to look like, and it looks really great.
Yeah, it's pretty sleek in this space, and I actually really like this this recess that's built in because it just looks like a natural home for your TV.
Yeah,
it just creates a visual frame around it.
Definitely. Well, let's go check out the other one. It sounds like we have one to show with even more movement capabilities.
Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
Let's head that way.
Let's check it out.
So, and now there's one more that we don't have to show you actually mounted today, but it's a great product. We are talking about the standard fixed mount.
Yes.
So, Lauren, what do we want to know about that?
Yeah, so a fixed position mount is really for an ideal environment when you're going to be sitting directly in front of your viewing space. So if you don't need to be able to manipulate the screen or angle it towards different areas of your home, if you're sitting directly in front of it, you just want to have that sleek, tight-knit look against the wall. That might be an ideal situation or scenario for a fixed position mount.
Right, and there's some situations where you don't need the movement, you know, if you, like you said, you have a perfect view and everything like that.
Yeah.
So that's not what we're looking at here, though.
Right, exactly. So what we're looking at here, and you can see a little bit how it's tilted out from the wall. So We've got a fireplace application right here with the TV mounted above. We're using a full motion type of product here. A lot of people will call this like articulating or swiveling, but it essentially allows you the ability to take your screen and swivel it out from the wall and angle it to the different viewing areas in your home. So even in this space that you can see, you know, we've got a couch set up over here. We've got 2 chairs set up on the other side of the room. So regardless of where you're sitting, you can get a great view no matter what. And full motion mounts always include the tilting functionality as well. So if you, again, have overhead lighting or any glare issues, you can also manipulate that.
Definitely.
I'm obviously a little short, so I might not be able to demo that as well.
No, you're doing a great job. I love it. And I love that it's above the fireplace. I mean, you probably get a lot of questions about, you know, whether people should mount over a fireplace and things like that, and it works pretty well.
Yes, it definitely works great, you know, and it's really a matter of preference of if you want your TV to be the focal point above the fireplace. People are very passionate about this, by the way. Some people might see this and be like, no, don't put it above the fireplace. But here, you also have a secondary alcove. So, you know, and a lot of homes are built like this now, where you might have a secondary space where you would prefer to put your TV and have it be off in the background in an alcove like this. But the great thing is with the full motion mount, again, you could put it within this space so it's even further recessed against the wall. And you can even, you know, put some beautiful things on this space so it just blends in more with the surroundings, you know, and it's not necessarily the focal point above your fireplace.
Sure. What about if someone wants to mount it in a corner? Would this be a good one for that?
This is a perfect mount for mounting your TV in the corner. And again, we get questions on that all the time. A full motion mount is just the most flexible option. It allows you to put your TV virtually anywhere. There are also some things you don't see right now going on behind the TV. So we have single stud and dual stud applications. And a single stud is essentially where you're just drilling into one stud, so you have a lot of location flexibility with that too. And those ideally are great for mounting in a corner.
Sounds great. And now I think a big thing that a lot of people ask about is how I'm going to mount this. You know, they wonder if it's something they can do themselves, if it's something that's rather easy. It's a pretty easy process.
It is. It's very, very easy. At Sanus, we like to call it kind of our 1, 2, 3 installation. It's literally 3 steps. And we're going to walk and check in with our buddy Jake, who's going to be doing our installation to feature our 3-step installation. But it'll probably be anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes before we get a TV up on the wall.
Yeah, well, let's go check that out. It sounds like he's getting started over there already.
Sounds great.
And so with the installation now, we're doing the full mount here?
Yes.
Or full motion mount.
Full motion, yeah.
Not a half mount, but the full mount.
Just a partial one.
But the full motion. All right, so what's Jake doing here?
So what Jake is doing here is he is putting the bracket directly on the back of the TV. And we always recommend doing this first and then before drilling into the wall. So he secured 4 screws on the back of the TV where the bracket is. And then the next step is going to be figuring out the location of where the TV is actually going to go on the wall.
Definitely. You know, and what I noticed here, too, I wanted to point out was that a lot of times when you're mounting a TV in a bedroom here, you think to put it directly across from the mount, or put the mount directly across from the bed.
Right.
And I kind of like that it's over here, and that's something that the full motion allows for, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think, you know, typically, like you said, people are thinking that they might need to put their TV directly across from the bed just because it seems like that's the natural viewing area. And a lot of times, you know, people want to have a beautiful bedroom space. They want to be able to put a beautiful mirror up, or maybe a piece of art, gallery wall, whatever. And then you might have a beautiful lowboy here with storage, which we might not be showing right now. This is lovely as well.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
But in this case, with a full motion mount, we're going to put this on a sidewall. So again, the TV necessarily isn't the focal point in this space. So when you're in bed, you're relaxing. But then when your TV is on a full motion mount, you can swivel it out from the wall and then you see your TV comfortably from bed, but it doesn't need to be the focal point of the space.
Right, and I've actually ran into that, you know, where the wall crosses so far away and I'm like, I don't want to have to, you know, squint to see my shows. It's nice to know you can just put them right on the side there.
Exactly.
Awesome. So, Jake, we got to let you do some work here, it sounds like.
Yes.
So what have we done so far? What are we doing now, Lauren? You guys are the experts. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah, so far we determined the approximate height that we want the TV.
Yep.
I've located our studs. So the next thing here is I'm going to take our wall plate template that comes with every Sanus mount, put it up on the wall here, right where we have our stud, or where we locate our studs. Just ensure it's level.
You got your
It's
handy
not.
painter's tape
Yep, handy.
with the wall plate.
Handy dandy.
That's really nice that you guys provide the template, because I hate when I have to measure apart where each nuts and bolts and things are going to go. It can be, you can really screw things up when you're trying to
Hold
measure,
something and measure
make
at the
sure
same
they're,
time.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it
the
looks
great part
great.
about it is, once we have it up on the wall here, it's super easy to drill your pilot holes.
Perfect. All right, you
Yeah.
can start drilling?
Take
We'll
it
stop
away.
talking then.
And I hit a nail.
That is, you know what, and that is a unique scenario where, that happens. Obviously you have nails that are in your drywall, and so every once in a while you might hit those, so then it's just a matter of modifying, and shifting it either up or down, so we're not going to hit another nail when you actually go to drill.
Yeah, not a big deal. This actually happened to us earlier. Please move it up. And you always want to make sure anytime that you're moving the wall plate template like I just did, make sure you re-level. You might think that you're going straight up, but you never know.
You don't have human leveling capabilities,
Nope,
Jake?
not yet. Maybe if I install a couple more of these, then I will.
Otherwise, you do the back away and you look at it, and you're like, okay, that felt level when I did it, but something doesn't look right. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
And so while you're doing some of these things, what tools are we using here?
Yeah, so obviously, Jake has an electric drill. We've also got a level. We use the painter's tape for the template, not necessarily required if you don't have a template with your particular product, but you'll always get one with ours. We have a stud finder. We have a measuring tape and a screwdriver. And the scissors, I think that's for the tape. But
Yep.
That's
I
an
just
extra
use
outline.
I use my fingies for this time. Though.
victory!
And we're golden.
I'm actually glad that it worked that way, though, because that's something,
Yeah.
like you said, people could run into.
It happens,
I think 3 out of the last 4 mounts I installed it happened on, so it's pretty common.
And, that's one thing where it's like, don't get discouraged by it, and likely the wall plate that we're putting up there is going to cover that first hole that was drilled anyway, so it's not going to be an eyesore for you once the installation is done.
All right.
So yeah, at this point, once you have your pilot holes drilled, you can remove that wall plate template. And then here you'll see that we have the actual wall plate that we'll end up putting on the wall. And some scenarios you can do it by yourself, but for this one it has an arm attached already, so I might get Lauren's help if that's okay.
Yeah.
So I hold that for now.
Okay.
I'll get my drill with my socket.
You should have asked a taller person, Jake.
Well, I don't have much to choose
I
from
know, I
here,
was
to be
gonna say,
honest.
I've only got a couple inches
Yeah.
on her, so, and I know you guys are probably faster than I would be.
So then it lines right up, obviously, because we use the wall plate template, and then you can start drilling in. Normally do the first one about halfway, and then you can get the second one in, or the bottom one, and then that allows Lauren to be able to let go, and then I can finish screwing them in. Good?
Perfect.
What else do you want?
See, you were plenty tall enough.
Yeah.
Wow, easy as that.
Almost.
It looks really heavy duty too, and it sounds like these can hold, pretty much any size TV, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, this one is technically considered one of our medium full motion
Okay,
mounts.
so you have sizes for just about every TV
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah,
Very cool.
exactly. And so this one that Jake is installing it's the OLF 15. So it's one of our full motion mounts on our site right now. And like I mentioned before, how you have like a dual stud mount, a single stud, this is a single stud mount. And this is the arm on it, so you can see how far it articulates out from the wall. It gives you about 15 inches of extension. So that allows you a pretty decent amount of swivels, because the further the arm is out from the wall, the more swivel that you'll be able to get from your TV left and right. So you'll just have that much more ability to see from multiple viewing areas.
Yeah, it's nice to see before the TV's on, so we know when they have it mounted, they know how it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
Simple as can be.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Jake, do you have a TV for us today then too that we can throw on here?
I do, so I'm just going to get the arm prepared here.
Okay, perfect.
I might need, I don't know, you guys fought over who helped me last time. So,
You want Lauren, you take
Yep.
you take charge here.
so we got our TV here. We already put the brackets on the back of the TV as you guys are walking in. I had that done. So
And what size TV are we putting up right now?
this one is a 46-inch TV.
All right. So pretty standard size for a bedroom, I would say.
Yeah, that's
I'll have you
great.
step forward, Lauren. There we go.
Perfect.
And it's
All
as
right.
easy as that. And
Wow.
then most of our
Okay.
mounts require one little security screw at the end to go in here just to make sure that obviously the TV is safe. So
And that's it.
And that's it. So, you know, you can even see from, you know, how much swivel that you really get. I mean, that would be a very comfortable viewing situation when you're laying in bed.
Awesome. I love it. So for people who haven't caught us, you know, as we're walking through, we showed the tilted mount, we do the full motion. We talked a little bit about the fixed mount too.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, every situation, every room, kind of TV, it has different applications for what type of mount you would want. And so
Exactly.
definitely, and Santa's has made this really easy for you guys if you're looking at what type of mount you want. They actually have a mount finder tool on their website.
Yeah.
If you look in the comments here, we're posting a link to that. So you can put in the kind of TV you have and the type of space you're looking for, the type of motion, or it could be fixed. And that mount finder is really going to help you out in picking out what's best for your space. And you know, you can always go on there now, beat the Black Friday rush. It's always open and you
Yeah.
can use that at any time. So thank you so much for watching us today.
Thank you so much.